Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is Dammo Does England. It is Season 9. Season 2 here with Burnley. And today, in episode 82, we have a massive game versus Spurs in the Premier League. As you can see, 26 games played for ourselves. For Spurs, it's already 27, so we have a game in hand of them. And if we could win this game here, or even get a point, we stay a game ahead of Spurs after today, and we are in a great spot to really push for the Europa League. As you can see, Southampton have already qualified for the Europa League as they won their Cabaret Cup, but they'll probably still look to finish 7th as well and thus screw us out of it. You never know. We probably could chase down the likes of Chelsea and City. I'll expect Liverpool to really push on with it. Man United are having a great year as well. Liverpool, by their standards, having a really poor one. But anyhow, we can definitely push on and see what we can do. Anyhow, as you can see, we are currently sitting there in 7th. And like I've said, we won't, with the first couple seasons here with Burnley, we're not going to go through and do massive amount of league games for the YouTube channel, as we are currently live on Twitch as well. By the way, links in the description below. For everybody that comes to watch us on Twitch can come watch the games. So we have quite a few games. I think we did a game in January, or late January, didn't we? For YouTube, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's actually been a couple of days. Been so busy that I haven't really put the time into FM. But look, anyhow, recent form says that we've won our last 4. We beat Palace, we beat Stoke, we beat Newcastle. We're through in the FA Cup as well against Stoke. We beat Leicester too in that run. And we have a massive game here against Spurs, then Norwich, then Southampton, which is another big game, but I won't do on YouTube. What I might do is I might show you these 2 games here and then the run in if we're going to push for a European spot. Chris of Albion comes into the chat. Celtic versus Rangers today. Yeah, fair, dink and mad. Good to see you, my man. But let's get into it, YouTube. Chris of Albion, score prediction for the Spurs-Burnley game. We are going to line up here with the Ducks starting. And we're also going to get Ojo in too. We did rotate in our last game for this game today. But we are going to go there with Nielsen, Thomas, Morales fit. He is. He's going to come to the bench over Conser as well. And Morales is going to come in. So we are going to go Morales, Rudiger, Varane, Melling, who is going to stay at left back. Ojo, Carvajal, Lemma, August, Duckett, and Aguero. You guys are probably thinking Melling, Wallace. There was a little bit of a problem with the boys. I sold on... Who did I sell on late in the window? It was Antone Robertson. That's it. And we decided to bring in Wallace and Melling to keep the boys happy. There was enough depth at the back. Wallace and Melling we both used at Bournemouth to help us win the Premier League. Wallace is a great little backup centre-back, by the way, and pretty happy with how he's been playing. And Melling, obviously, is the backup left-back. Was club captain at Bournemouth that won the Premier League. And I am going to start him today over Moreno because I feel like the leadership is quite important. I've yet to see a game from your Burnley playthrough, Chris Albion says in chat. Wow, it's been a while, Chris. Obviously, the last time you were here, we won the league with Brighton. So you haven't seen too much. This is our 2nd season in. We have a decent side. Anyway, we are going to go with Butland goals. Valles, Dyer, Benkovic, Miguel Iwobi's out there. Luis Pasquetta, what a player. Fernandez as well. Suso. And, of course, Lukaku. Dan's now in chat. Good day, Dan. How are you, my friend? How are things been? We are going to get into the team, though, against this 4-4-1-1. It's a massive, massive game in the Premier League. I have faith in these boys. Can we go out there and do the job? Set the opposition instructions. Can we press him? Can we not let him out? Can the Duck continue his goal-scoring form? Can we go out there and do a job? Bahrain later, yeah, 100%. Then come on, Danny Rick. I didn't have the best of qualifying, but in saying that, I don't expect too much from the run-up this season, so we don't know Danny Rick what he's going to do. It'll be nice to see what his race pace is like after Melbourne, but anyhow, 3 minutes in, Rudiger on the ball, early highlight, and off we go. I am hyped for Celtic and Rangers. I'm hyped for Liverpool Spurs, obviously, as well as a Liverpool fan. Anyway, Gus, good ball in. Floats to Ojo in the end. He doesn't get there. Could have put it in the back of the net. Anyway, Melling now with the ball. Back to Willian. Willian now into Varane. Varane can now go long looking for a Gus. Doesn't find him, and now comes Spurs on the break. If it fell to Ojo, it could have been 1-0. Instead, it's Luis Pasquetta on the ball. His ball inside the Lukaku. Great run of Gedson Fernandez forward. He now gets to the byline. Don't let the ball come in. It does. Lukaku's good in the air, but he heads wide. Have you've ever watched the Glasgow Derby? Of course I have, Chris. Of course I have. I'm a soccer fanatic, mate. It's always good. And I got to get behind Tommy Rogic and the Celtic boys. That is for sure. It makes for some good, entertaining football as well. Feisty, always. Especially with Gerrard at the helm too. I love it. At Rangers. It's good. Gerrard will give a bit of passion. I don't support either side, but I prefer to see Celtic win it. Anyway, 30 minutes played, and we will continue on. Not much to talk about here, but like I said at the start of the YouTube episode, I would be happy with a draw. And if it stays 0-0, we have scored in the last few games. We'll create a chance or two. Don't worry about that. But away at home against Spurs, 0-0, I'll take that at halftime. Get the boys in. And let's see what we can do. What on the earth was that coming out of there? Hair. Wow, interesting. Anyway, I am happy with that so far. Keep it up. Victor Nilsson's already made 4 saves. He's been in great form as a keeper. Actually picked up a man of the match award, which is hard to do as a goalkeeper in one of the last recent games. And Agueri's been brought down by Benkovic. Benkovic was beat then. Lucky to not pick up a booking. Early free kick. Agueri goes for goal. In the end, Butler rooted to the spot, but it's gone just wide. Yeah, I don't support either side, but I believe Celtic will win it, even though I'm a Gerrard fan, for being a Liverpool boy. Anyway, Morales into Lemmer, back to Morales, and away we go. Another highlight maybe here for Burnley in a massive game. Morales looking long for Miguel Agueri, puts Benkovic under pressure, and in the end, they're going to be all right. Butland goes along towards Valles. Valles' ball inside is picked up by Jefferson, and we're away here, 2v2, the ball through to Duckett to Agueri. He hasn't missed too many of these this season, but misses then in a massive moment. And there we go. A Gus back stick there. Gedson heads away only as far as Varane. Varane into William. William Carvajal back into Varane. And that would be the highlight. Miguel Agueri with a massive moment. And into the 60th we go. Because Duckett's on a booking, hasn't done too much, I am going to get the big Oliver Anderson up front. 199 centimetre Anderson up top. Get him there. Big headering ability of Anderson. Can we get one into the box? Can we do what we can do? And it's a highlight here. Melling throws it in towards William, who gets it back to Melling. He's on a booking too, but we need the captain to stay out there. He has got sent off a couple of times this season, though. Anderson now. His ball looking for Miguel Agueri, picked up by Benkovic. And back to Butland, who goes long. Second line there. Valles wins, and it falls to Matalotti. Who's that? Vandenberg. Ball through Lukaku. He doesn't miss too many of these. And just like that, first thing you've really seen Spurs create in the game in terms of clear-cut chances. Lukaku doesn't miss, and we're 1-0 down. We've had a couple of good moments, and then it's just one moment where Rudiger loses his man, Lukaku gets in, Nilsson forgets how to keep. I hate that when keepers don't even react. And there we go. But there's still plenty of time, as Christopher Albion reminds me. And we go long to Miguel Agueri. He's missed a couple of massive chances, but he's in here. Miguel Agueri, 1v1 blocked. He's not having his day in front of goals as Miguel. And time is ticking away. I am going to make a change. It might be a bit early to do it. But I am going to get Bobby in the hole. And off we go. 74 minutes played. Bobby scored in the last game in the league as well off the bench. Can we find one? Anyway, ball in. Fabio heads down, but only as far as Lemmer. He goes long, but Anderson isn't going to find it. Bobby does. Heads to nobody. Had so much time. Eric Dyer back to Benkovic. Kovic now. Can we force him back to Butland? Instead, it's a long ball. Melling heads. Ojo heads down. Varane now. Into Melling. Melling now. Back to Nilsson. Go long towards Anderson. Agueri and Anderson are there. Anderson there. Agueri was through. And it's a poor ball from the tall striker. Fabio down the other end. Straight at Nilsson. And wowee, another massive moment where there's space for us to exploit, and it wasn't the best from the boys. Late doors, I am going to get Ojo off for Guy Jeffers. Ojo's had not the worst game, but Jeffers is 192 centimetres and loves getting up and down. Morales, though, a Gus won't win, but Bobby will get onto it. Bobby can switch the play and does. Melling's got a good cross. We knew this from Bournemouth. He lays it back to Varane. Varane chips down the line to no one in particular, but it should be Varane's ball now, or Melling's, or one of them. And in the end, Melling now can come inside. Jefferson Lemmer, Varane. We need a bit more route one towards Anderson. He doesn't win. Suso knocks down. And you feel like it's going to be a goal here for Spurs with numbers running. Vandenberg to win it. What a save from Victor Nilsson to keep us in it. The ball back in's blocked. It's going to be a corner. And look, we've been pretty good in this game. And we've probably been the better side, you would imagine, in terms of going forward. But we just haven't done enough. In the end, Suso, though. Guy Jeffers heads away. Bobby flicks to no one in particular. And that will be that. Fabio Silva's off. Can we find a last-minute goal? Feel like we're just going to push both wingers forward, even though it's not going to matter too much. Going to go. Can we find late drama? It's a corner. It's a Gus. He whips it in there. Varane doesn't win. A Gus is still there. Bobby might shoot. Back to a Gus. He's got a good ball on him. A Gus's ball. Headed away from Dyer. Varane. Look at the run out wide, Varane. Missed it. It might have been Miguel Aguirre. It goes long to him now. Anyway, headed away, but Miguel Aguirre will get on it. The ball to Jefferson. Into Morales. Into Jefferson. Can the ball go back out to Morales? It does. Early cross in here, my boy. He whips it. Anderson doesn't get there. A Gus heads it back. Cleared away off the goal line. I'm thinking that's the highlight. In the end, it's Van der Berg running with it. Anyway, Melling heads, but to no one in particular. Suso, Jeffers brings him down. And that's going to be that. I'm considering Twitch streaming down. I just can't do it anymore. Reword that. Duck. Anyway, Suso, free kick blocked. We're going to lose 1-0 here. It's a bit unfortunate, like... We've played really well. We've played like a side that could finish in a European spot. But instead, we're going to get beat 1-0 here by Spurs, and we've done nothing really too wrong. They finished their one moment they had. We had multiple moments to go through. And there we are. Look, one clear-cut moment that we actually saw in game. Spurs created a lot. I feel like we done enough to get a goal in that. Anyway, I'm going to tell the boys they're unlucky. A couple of them looked the switch off. A couple of them agreed that we were unlucky. Well, most of them did. But we are going to lose the first game of the stream, which is quite normal for us. And we are going to lose against Spurs. What does that mean for us in the Premier League? Spurs jump us back in the 7th, but we have a game in hand to re-jump them again. But there's also Southampton have a game in hand, so do Brighton. So it's going to be quite a bottleneck in there. Like I said, I'm not going to bring in the Southampton game as it's pretty close to this Spurs game. But I will bring you more games of the later stage of the season to see if we are going to finish in the top 7 or not. Anyway, for everybody on YouTube, that's going to be the end of episode 82 of Dammo Does England. Unfortunate to lose the Spurs there, so you feel we were good enough to probably get a point. We probably had enough moments to probably win the game. The stats may disagree, but from what we saw in the game, that is probably how I best sum it up. Anyhow, we currently sit in 8th in the Premier League table. Where are we going to finish? Let me know in the comments section below. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the links below as we currently live on Twitch. I'll catch you next time for episode 83 of Dammo Does England. I'll catch you next time.